When I first saw Snacko, I thought it looked like a really cute life sim. The pixel animal characters and 3D environments gave this adorable and unique look. And when I ended up playing it myself on stream, I realized that the game has so much potential. It mixes a lot of the mechanics that I like from similar games, like Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon, and I'd say that it even improves on them. Snacko begins with two cats, the protagonist Momo and her best friend Mikan, sailing towards Snacko Island to have a fresh start. But then a storm comes out of nowhere, causing their little boat to sink and making them jump into the water. Later on, Momo is woken up at a beach by Nobu, a farmer that lives on the island. He helps her look for Mikan, and both cats find out that they're actually on Snacko Island. Nobu ends up helping them start their new life there by giving them tools, jobs to do, and houses to live in. It sounds peaceful and all, but the island actually has its own problems. A goddess cursed the place and made most areas inaccessible because of the miasma, so the only safe spots left are the beach area where Momo and Mikan washed up on, and the ghost town. Yeah, the island's ghost town is deserted and full of remains of buildings and other objects. So as Momo, your goal doesn't just involve farming, fishing, and enjoying your island life. You have to help rebuild the town, invite people to move to Snacko Island, and get rid of the miasma. Nobu acts as the game's tutorial early on, so he'll be giving you tools and teaching you how to farm. You'll also learn how to gather materials from rocks and trees, and you'll get your very own house to decorate. It's all standard life sim stuff, but it's pretty cool because the customization in Snacko is great. You can get a ton of crafting recipes, so you can place all kinds of decorations in your house and around your farm. You can even tear down old structures and objects in town, so you can add new buildings and other stuff. It's time-consuming but rewarding to clear out the whole place, because you get so many materials from doing it. The only real problem I faced from doing all that was filling my stamina meter. Every time you use your tools, a bit of your stamina depletes, so yeah, I lived off of berries early in the game, because the berry bushes spawned daily, so they were an easy source of food. It really helped, especially when I wanted to do a lot of stuff in one day. Depending on what you do, the first few in-game days can be a bit slow. It doesn't help that the island is empty too. The miasma covers a lot of the island, so you won't be able to explore the whole place. But if you progress and give offerings to the main storyline obelisks, you'll gradually unlock different biomes to explore. What's cool about exploration is you'll find these areas called shrines. They basically contain puzzles to solve, and if you complete them, you'll gain rewards. The game said that the shrines are optional, but I thought they were great. I especially loved that I could find new blueprints in them, so I could craft even more stuff. As nice as it is to have many things to build, the tricky part is actually finding materials to craft specific things. You'll need to progress through the main story and get a lot of money and materials to build various objects. I'd say that unlocking the mines early on makes the game feel even better, since it contains iron and especially mist crystals. The mist crystals are used to build really important stuff, like the basic stove and furnace. So yeah, it felt great just being able to get more materials, because this game gives you so much to make with them. Snacko has an Animal Crossing-like mechanic where you can invite people to your island via mail. The catch is, they won't immediately move in. You'll have to gather materials in order to build their house somewhere in town. It can take a lot of work, especially if you don't already have some of the basic materials, but I'd say it's worth it when you finally get them. The art style of the character portraits alone are so cute. I just wanted to squish everyone every time I saw them. Plus, everyone has their own unique personality, so talking to them daily makes the game even more fun. They can also be really helpful since you can invite people who can start their own businesses too. So your island will go from being empty to having a grocer, carpenter, and a cultural center. Oh yeah, the cultural center itself is really cool. It's basically the museum from Animal Crossing, except you can donate more than just fish and paintings to display. You can donate other things like food and furniture. I actually felt bad when I got a letter from Momo's mom early on. She sent food, but I got so excited I ended up donating it to the cultural center. But anyway, I streamed a little bit of Snacko after it was released for early access last year, but I had to put off from playing more of it because it was very buggy. My game crashed back then, and whenever I would do things like chop trees, the materials would fly to the corner of the map. I think I also encountered some barriers to my progress too, maybe because the game was fresh into early access at the time. But thankfully, all of those bugs are fixed now, and I haven't encountered any blocks for my progress yet. I played around 7 hours of the game on stream last year, but when I started over and played over 10 hours of the game, my experience was perfect. I didn't encounter any game-breaking bugs or strange things, apart from hearing raindrops in the game even though it was sunny at one point. But yeah, as much as I love Snacko, I'll hold off on playing too much of it until either more updates are released or it gets out of early access. I'm really curious about some mechanics that are teased for the future, and I just want to play an even better version of the game later on. I recommend the early access version of Snacko, only if you want to play the game now. Snacko's a bit pricey as an early access title, but the game has received so many updates since the first time I played it. There's a ton of things to do in-game as well, and it's only going to get bigger as time goes on. Snacko is currently on Steam, but it's going to launch on the PS5, PS4, and the Nintendo Switch once it's fully released. Let me know what you thought about the video, and thank you to my patrons at Patreon for supporting my channel. So I'll be going on a break next month, but I've scheduled a video to upload while I'm away. I'll be back at the end of the month too, so I'll start playing more games again and make even more content. I hope you guys look forward to it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.